All right, we live now. We live now. I had to do another live stream because I found a way that y'all can see the output of the code. So I wanted to make sure y'all see the output. That's the most important thing, you know. So we're back. We're back. My name is Deshaun Lyons, one half of On the Dotted Line. You hear the smooth music in the background. That's gonna be our coding, our coding songs that we gotta code. So I gotta make sure. Hold up, audio's good. Let me make sure the audio is good. Why is it taking so long to listen? All right, just gotta make sure everything is together before we start it up. So we're gonna be coding classes, dictionary. We're gonna do arrays, and we're gonna do a few other things as well if we have time. So we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna do like a nice little coding session. For the On the Dotted Line page, please like and subscribe as well. Most important thing. Just had to do another live stream. Alright. We about to get busy. Get busy. Just wanted to share it. Another one. Alright, let's full screen it now. And let's get right to it. Because I found a way that y'all can see the output of the code now. So without any distraction. So we'll start here so you can see. Let me stop the music. All right, so the music is stopped. We're about to get right into it. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna import something for later. So we're gonna import NumPy as MP. I will explain that later. Later during the broadcast, I'll explain that later. I want to make sure everyone sees that. Everybody does. So what we're gonna do is we going to wait. Hold up. I have to put the music back on again. This is nice, good music we can listen to. Nice smooth joint. All right. So first thing we're gonna learn dictionaries. So dictionaries have keys and values. And we're gonna print it out. So we're going to name our dictionary. We're gonna name it the Knicks won today, so I might as well just name my top 3 favorite Knicks players and their positions. So we're gonna name it top 3 Knicks. You know what? Since it's the MVP going on, we're gonna say top 3 MVP list. Top 3 MVP. Top 3 MVPs for this year. So we're gonna create it in a dictionary. So the dictionary, so top 3 MVP. Number 1 is the Joker. So we put the Joker inside a string. So it's Jokic. I think I spelled his name. Still call him the Joker. Let's call him nickname. I know it's Jay. I'm not gonna even get to that. We just got to see the code. All right, so it's gonna be the Joker. His position, I believe he's a center or power forward. And if we're gonna put a comment here, the next one, I think number 2 might be Steph Curry. So I'll just put Curry. He might be number 2. Steph Curry's a point guard. He's a point guard. And the third one, I'm not sure. Could be Dame Lillard. I'm gonna just put Dame. I'm not sure. If anybody have the list on you, you can let me know in the comments. I'll put Dame. He's also a point guard. Before I'm gonna print it out, right? And we gotta figure out the problem. Why we gonna get certain. I'm gonna explain why we might get this wrong. So now we got our dictionary. We got our all our keys and values right now in this dictionary. So we're gonna print it out. So we're gonna print. We're gonna put print, and then inside these brackets, we're going to put the name of our dictionary, top 3 MVP. So we're gonna run that, and I'm happy that I got this. So now this is what we saw here. This is on our command line. So in the command line, we see this. So it says, hold up. So it says right here, command Python use, going through all, the name of my files. But right here it says, line 10, Dame, point guard, and it's pointing at the bulletin brackets, syntax error, invalid syntax. So why we have invalid syntax? When you say, man, I just wanted you to see that. It's because, hold up. The reason why we got that is because we need to put a comma here. So it needs to be a comma here so everything can execute inside the dictionary. We don't necessarily need the comma and for the last one, because that this curly bracket close this dictionary. So now we have it right here. Now it's working now. Now I'm about to show you. So you can see it here, but for cause I know it's very small when you look at the live stream. That's how I had to do it so many times. And this what you're gonna see here. This is our execution of our code. So this is what you see here. This is what it prints out. It prints out Joker, center, Curry. So it prints everything out in the dictionary. So now what I want to do is I want this to be neat. I want to be Joker, center, Curry in the bottom, Curry point guard, and Dame point guard. I want it in a row. And I want to also put numbers on there. But I want it to be in a row, Joker number 1, Curry number 2, Dame number 3. So how are we gonna do that? We gotta create a nesting loop for that. So let me do this. Let me see if this works. No, I don't need to do that. I just want to show you the nesting loop. So we're gonna create a loop. So we're gonna call for loop for I, and then we're gonna put M. So this means we print out the keys and the values for I and M, and the name of our dictionary, top 3 MVP. But we're gonna put dot items. So we print all the items inside the dictionary. Then we're gonna put the closed brackets with the bulletin, and then we're gonna print I and M. And now it should print it next to each other now. So now you see it. So it prints it next to each other. Joker the center, Curry the point guard, Dame the point guard. So you can be able to see it. So this is what it prints out. So it prints that out. Joker center, Curry point guard, Dame point guard. So it's printing out the keys and the values. That's what we want to print out. So it won't necessarily print out everything, even the brackets and everything, to make it look, make the output look so. It just don't look clean that way. It's not a clean code. So we did that. So I taught dictionary. We done dictionaries, and we also was able to print out the keys and the values at the same time. So now since we did that, let me erase this code. Cause now we go get into classes, and I want to have the appropriate definition of class in Python. So let me mute the music. So what is class in Python? That's what we're going to talk about. So Python's Python class is objects. Python is an object oriented programming language. Almost everything in Python is an object with its properties and methods. A class is like an object constructor or a blueprint for creating objects. So basically, you're creating a class, and the class is going to have objects inside the class, and you're going to print all these objects out. So that's what we're going to do right now. Remember, class have nothing to do with NumPy. We'll get to that when we do arrays, and we also do bubble sort method, which I enjoy to do to sort out through the list. So let's add the music back, because the music is, it's smooth. Ain't smooth music. Ain't smooth music. All right, so let's get back to that right now. So we're going to create a class. So we're going to create a class and call top 3 shows. Top 3 shows. Everybody love their good show. Top 3 shows. So it looks familiar. It's a little similar. No, it's not really similar to a dictionary. It's not similar to a dictionary because it's going to print out all the objects inside this class. So we're going to create a class called top 3 shows, and we're going to create a function called the thunder function. People call it init function, but the proper context to this method is called the thunder method. And the thunder method is going to have something called self. You're going to initiate self inside every object in your class. So self is going to be here all the time. So what we want to do for our TV shows, we'll put TV1, TV2, TV3. So this is going to be the name of our shows that we're going to use. So that's why we did an abbreviation there. So inside this thunder method, we're going to put self.tv1, and then we'll initiate it to TV1. And so we won't have to just keep actually typing it out. We'll just copy it, and then we'll just do it. We'll do it here, but we'll just put 2. We'll put 2, and then we'll do it here one more time for 3, and then we do it for 3. So now we got that. So we initiate self.tv1 to TV1. So now it's gonna print the objects of our TV shows. Now we gotta initiate a variable. So we're gonna create a variable called show. We go call it the show or shows. We go initiate a variable called shows, and we're gonna connect it to the name of our class, top 3 shows, and we're gonna put it inside. We're gonna put it inside these brackets, and it's gonna be in a string. So my favorite TV show is Martin. Martin would be number 1. So I'm gonna put it here. I was gonna do that for the dictionary, but I said no, I just wanted to just show you how to print the keys and values. Number 2, got to make sure it's inside the string. Number 2 is Wayans Brothers. I love Wayans Brothers. That's one of my favorite shows back then. One of my favorite shows. And 3 is Kings and Queens, because Kevin James is my favorite comedian. So Kevin James. Well, I said Kevin James. Kings and Queens. But Kevin James is my favorite comedian. That's why I love this show. Kings and Queens. So we created we initiated a variable called shows, and we initiated. Oh damn! Hold up, what I'm doing here? All right, let me stop the music. All right, I'm gonna stop it here. It's a little annoying right now. All right, so we initiated a variable is called shows, and shows is and then we initiated to the name of our class, and then these are the name of the shows inside the class. So basically what the class is doing you see where it says TV1, TV2, TV3. So this is going to be tied up to this. This is going to be tied up to what's in the class. These are the objects that's going to be connected to this. So now what we're going to do is, it's simple logic. We're going to print. We're going to print, and we're going to put shows, the name that the variable that we created to connect to our list, and then we're going to put dot TV1. You remember this? And we're just going to copy this because we're not going to keep going through the whole thing. So we'll copy that, and we'll put 2, and we'll put 3. So we have that now. So now we have a completed class. Let's see if it runs. All right, so it runs. Okay, you can't really see it there, so I have to do it like this so you can see if the code executed, and here you go. So this what you see. This would execute it. So it prints out Martin 1, Wayne's Brothers 2, Kings and Queens 3. So it's simple. It's simple. Everybody can get this, you know. That's how I want to teach it and explain that, you know, coding is not as hard as people think. You just have to put in the work. It's simple logic. You create a class called whatever you want it to call. You initiate. You create the object inside the class, and then you create a variable, and then you just print out all the objects inside the class. Simple logic. You know, that's why I want to do this episode. So we got that now. Now we got that. Now I was about to get to the difficult part. Let me put the music back on. The music was OD loud though. Hold on. Let me see if I can make it a bit. All right, let's see if it plays now. All right, there you go. All right, so this one's gonna be learning about algorithms, NumPy, arrays, machine learning, like it says on this episode. So we're gonna do it now. So let's erase this like this is a chalkboard in class. We just erasing, and now this comes in handy. So before I get into NumPy, I gotta let y'all know what is NumPy. NumPy is a library for Python programming language, adding support for large, multiple dimensional arrays and metrics, along with a large collection of high-level mathematical functions to operate on these arrays. So we're going to be using arrays a lot in NumPy. But I'm going to create something called bubble sort. So bubble sort, that's what we really need to figure out. So what is bubble sort algorithm? So bubble sort is a sorting algorithm used to sort list items in ascending order by comparing two adjacent values. If the first value is higher than the second value, the first value takes the second value position, while second value takes the first value's position. Optimize bubble sort algorithm. All right, so this is what bubble sorting really is. I was just reading the definition. So basically, we're going to create a list of random numbers, and the list of random numbers, because it's all the random numbers, is not in order. But we want to make sure when we execute our code, we want to make sure all these numbers is in order. So if the number on the left, if the number on the left is greater than the number on the right, it have to swap. It have to switch positions. So let me do this. So if 33, we got 33, 1. All right, we're gonna say 33 and 1. So 33 is greater. We know 33 is greater than 1. So 33 goes to this position. Now 33 goes to this position. Let me go. So it'll be 1, and 33 will go here. So that's what it does. And then it pretty much, until it gets to the final number on the list, it's got to make sure everything is in order from least to greatest. That's simple. It just swaps the list. If the number on the left is greater than the number on the right, it swaps. And let's say one is right here and 33 is right here. Is 1 greater than 33? No. So it goes to the next list. So let's say we got 1, we got 22, and we got 4, right? All right, so we know 1 is not greater than 33, so it stays the same. Is 33 greater than 22? Yes, it is. So what it does right here, we got 1, and 22 is now swapped with 33. And now we got 4. Is 33 greater than 4? Yes. So it does it again. It does it again. So now we have a list that's in order. Well, no, we don't, because now, since 33 is in the appropriate position, since it's the biggest number now, but 4 is not. So now is 1 greater than 22? I mean, is 1 greater than 22? No, so it stays the same. Is 22 greater than 4? Yes. So now that swapped. So we got 1, and 4 is now in position where the position that 22 is at, and 22 is right here, and 33 is right here. So now, is 1 greater than 4? No. Is 4 greater than 22? No. Is 22 greater than 33? No. And now, that's the bubble sort. That's what we're trying to accomplish. So let's get into the code now. Let's get into the code. So we're going to create a function called bubble sort. Wait, no. First, before we do that, because we can't just create a function. We are creating our list. That's the most important thing. We got to create our list. So ARR is abbreviation for array, because that's what NumPy uses. It uses array to find the numerical value. So ARR, and we're gonna create a list. We're gonna create a list of random numbers. We're gonna create 99 like JJ Watt. We're gonna create 23 like Jordan. We're gonna create 8 as the old school Kobe Bryant. We're gonna create 24 as the present Kobe Bryant. We're gonna do we do 7 like Michael Vick, 21 like Deion Sanders. What else? We got 1 for McGrady. What else do we got? With Steph Curry, we'll do we get 11 like Klay Thompson. We gotta add like 2 more numbers, and we just big numbers. We 30, 2, 1, and last number we'll add 100. So that's our random list that we created. So we're gonna create a function called bubble sort. We already explained the definition of that, and inside these inside the little brackets, we're gonna put array in there, because this is important. This is how we're going to create the different ways, the different functions to be able to iterate through the list and swap and do all that good stuff that I displayed. So n's gonna we're gonna initiate n as the length of the list. L means the length of the list, and it's gonna be array. So we have that. So this is the length of the list. It's the items in the list. We initiated with n. So now we're gonna create a for loop. So for I, where it's gonna be iterating through the list, for I in range of n. So for I in range of the length of the list, so it's iterating through the list, all the items in the list. Did I do that? I think I did something wrong. We don't need this here. Only here, because that's all we initiated that to something. All right, so now we're gonna create for j. Now this is gonna represent. It's gonna represent how we're gonna go through each number by one. Each number by 1 through the list. We're gonna swap by 1. So we're gonna go from 99 to 23. We're gonna just go 1 by 1. So that's what we wanted to navigate. So for j in range of n minus, that's the length of the list, minus I, which we iterating through the list, and it's gonna be 1 because we're gonna just do 1 by 1. We're gonna pick all the items in the list 1 by 1. So now we got to get into the swapping. Now this gets difficult because you remember what I explained. If the left number is greater than the right, it's supposed to swap. So now what we're gonna do here, we're gonna put if array J is greater than, remember this greater than sign, array J plus 1, they gotta swap. Now what this does is, if this number is greater than 23, it swaps. You remember when we went through that? So I don't really need to explain that part. So we know what this code does. It's supposed to swap, and then it goes 1 by 1. That's what this J represents. So J represents is going 1 by 1, and 1 by 1 if the number on the left is greater than the number on the right. So now what we're gonna do here, we're gonna put array, and we're gonna put J right here because now we gotta return everything. Array J plus 1, and it's gonna be equal to this. We're gonna do the same thing because this is how it's gonna swap. J plus 1 and array J. Array J. So now we got that all figured out. Now it's time to return. It's time to return the array. And now it's time to print now. Now we're gonna print. So we got the name of our dictionary, which is bubble sort, and the name of the list is array, which is the abbreviation. Then we're gonna print. Now we got something wrong. So it's something wrong with this code. And we about to get to the bottom of it. So it says right here, J is not defined. So why is J not defined in this code? And we're gonna figure this out. Hold up. What I do? All right, so we're gonna figure out why J is not defined, and let me show you what it says here. All right, so right here it says, why my mouse is tripping right now? All right, so it says right here, it says the line right here. All right, it says line 19, print bubble sort, right? So it says right here, line 15 in bubble sort, if array J is greater than array J plus 1, it said J not defined. And see, the problem is right here. That's why when you're coding, when you do something wrong, it lets you know what you're doing wrong. And the thing that's wrong is that J is not defined because we've been using a lowercase j, and right here is a uppercase J. They real meticulous with code, so that's the problem right there. So what I do, I go back and I correct it. So line 16, I'm at line 15. We make this a regular J. Now it should work. Now it should definitely work. All right, so it works now. So now it works. So you see, we executed our code. So now it's in order: 1, 7, 8, 11, 21, 23, 24, 99, 100, 221, 330. So there you have it. It sort out everything in the array. It's dope, right? That's how the bubble sort algorithms work. That's how it works. So, do we have enough time to do another? We probably do. Probably could do something else. You could do like some indexing and pull the stuff out. You have to do a little indexing. Hold up. All right, so we'll do a little indexing. So we'll do something So we'll initiate a variable x, and I'll put put in string. I'll put my name, Deshawn. We put Deshawn. So what we want to do, we want to grab a letter out of there. We want to grab a letter out of there. So what we're gonna do print, and we're gonna put inside this. We're gonna pull something out of. We're gonna put a letter outside of my name, Deshawn. Oh, hold up. I want y'all to see it. Let me see. Let me make sure y'all see it on my end. Okay, I do see it on my end. All right. So we're gonna put a letter out of there. So in Python, it starts from 0. It starts from 0. So you know how we count. We count 1, 2, 3, 4. In Python, it counts 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the space matters. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So let's pull the S out. So we'll put 3 right here. Let's see if what it's gonna print out. So it looks like it only prints. It prints. So why it only prints? Let me put this here. All right, so we're gonna show the output of it because I want to keep my integrity, and I don't want y'all to think I'm bullcrapping. Well, this is the bubble sort code. So why just only print out 3? Do anybody know why it prints out 3? And this is the answer. This is the reason why it prints out 3. Because you remember, we initiate a variable called x, and it equals to my name. So the problem is we gotta put x here. We gotta put x here. And now, see, the issue is now, so it's on index 3. It print 8. It print h. So usually it counts with the space 0, 1, 2, 3. Because what I did wrong, the space I counted as a string. The string don't count. Because if I do it like this, let's put a space here. If I do it like this and print it, it will pull out S. Let me so you can see it, because the space count as an item inside that string. The space counts. So you see it pull S out. You see it pull S out. If there's no space, it's just gonna pull H because the string don't count. So if we don't do that, probably could do one more array for the road. We could probably do another array. We could do something called we could read a 3-dimensional array. Since we got NumPy out, so we're gonna do something. So we're gonna be ARR 1 is gonna equal to NP dot array, and we're gonna create a bunch of numbers. We're gonna create it all the way to 16 because so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10.